Hello, welcome back. Welcome to the course of SCT and custom solutions for TOSCA. In this C sharp concepts, I'm going to talk about C sharp access specifiers. Okay, so if you remember in my last video, I talked about encapsulation, which is one of the object oriented programming concept principle, which is used to bind the class members together, or it controls the scope of the class member, which specific class can access the data from which class. Okay, so that scope can be controlled with the help of encapsulation and the 5 access specifiers, which are public, private, protected internal, and protected internal. Okay, so I have talked about what this public does, what this private does. Okay, so in this session what I'm going to do is I'll create different methods. Okay, let me delete all the things from here and from here as well. Okay, what I will do is I will create 5 different methods. Okay, so let us say public void. Okay, and I will name the method as public method. Okay, and here I will write some lines so that we can identify, okay, if this method is called or not. Why I am doing this is because just to show you the how this access specifiers are used to control the scope of the class members. Okay, so in public method, likewise let me create, this is public, let me create private, protected internal, and protected internal. Okay, so the second one I'll create private, and I will name the method as well private. Fine. The third one I'm going to create is protected. Fourth one I'm going to create as internal. And the final one is protected internal method. Fine. So I have created this 5 methods with 5 different access specifiers: public, private, protected, internal, and protected internal. Okay, now what I will do is I will just create the object of the same class within the same class. Okay, so let me delete this and let me create the object over here. Program p is equal to new program. Fine. So what I did is I just created object of this same class, so that what I want to check is what and all method I can access. Okay, so can you see what and all I am getting into the list? I am getting public method, I am getting protected method, I am getting private method, I am getting protected internal method, and I am getting internal method. Okay, so what this mean is I can like if I am trying to access the methods within the same class, then irrespective of the access specifier, access modifier, I can access all the methods within the same class irrespective of what uh, access specifier particular method or particular data member have. Okay, you can see I can see all the things into the method: public, private, protected internal, and protected internal. I can see all the methods. Fantastic. Fine. Now what next? Now what I will do is uh, Okay, so within the same project, okay, so this demo project, okay, and I am in program CS. Okay, now what I will do is within the same project I will create another class which I have already created. Okay, and in this class I will create the object of that class. Okay, so let us do that here. Program P is equal to new program this. Okay, and now let us check here what and all I can access. Okay, so here can you see what and all I can access? I can access internal method, I can access protected internal, and I can access public. Okay, so which two we are not seeing? We are not seeing protected and we are not seeing private, right? So the two methods which we are not seeing, protected and private. Why? Because private is accessible only within the class. Okay, so just before few minutes I have shown you how we can access all the methods within the same class in which we had a private as well. So the first conclusion, the private, if any access specifier is private, then that particular method or data member will be accessible only within the same class. Okay, so that's the first one of private, accessible only within the class. Now second, what we noticed over here, P, what and all methods we can see, internal we see, protected internal we see, and public we see. Okay, so here we don't see a protected method. Okay, we don't see a protected method. Okay, so what is the principle for protected access modifier? It is accessible to child class only. Okay, so is this program 1.cs is a child class of this program? No, it is not. Okay, how to create a child class? With the help of uh, inheritance. Okay, so we didn't talked about inheritance yet, but I'll just show you how we can inherit the members, like how we can inherit the property of your parent class to a child class. So now let me, okay, so what I want to do is my program 1 is a child class, let us say, and this program is a base class or parent class. And what I want to do is I want to get all the properties, all the methods of this class, which I will term as my parent class or base class, into my child class here. So how we can inherit? In Java we use a keyword extend, but here what we do is we simply use double colon and the name of your class, which is program in this case, right? That's it. Now what will happen is I should get all the properties of this program, right? This is program, right? Program class into program 1 class. Okay, let us see if I can get it in. What else I can see? I can see the same things, internal, protected, and public method. I can see the same thing. I am not seeing any change. Why? Because the object is created of your base class only. So let us create object of your child class and check now. Can you see the difference? I can see public method. Yes, definitely that is public, means accessible everywhere. Then I can see protected now. Can you see? Earlier protected wasn't there, but now why I got protected? Because now my program 1 is a child class and program is a base class or my parent class. So this child class is can access all the properties of your base class, and this protected access modifier is only like it can be only used to access the properties of your base class from the child class. Okay, and you do not see private over here, right? Because as we said, private is accessible only within the class. That's final. Okay, and again protected is accessible into the child. That's what we saw now. Okay, now public, it is very much confirmed. Public can be accessed from anywhere. Anyone can access public access modifier, your data member or your methods, whatever it is. Okay, now about these two, internal and protected internal. Okay, so protected internal is accessible only within the project. let me delete this. Okay, see, if you try and print p dot whatever it is, it will print. Okay, see, here it is showing, that means it will work. Okay, I'm not showing you like I have created all the methods and print message over here, but I'm not showing you like how by exactly printing, but just if you see the method are accessible over here, that means yes, it will work. Okay, that's confirm. Now internal is accessible only within the project, so my project is demo project. Okay, now let me create another project. Okay, so I just clicked on solution, add, and new project, and console app. I will name the project as demo project 1. Fine, and click on OK. Fine, now I have two projects. Okay, now in order to use the project properties of your project into properties to project 1. Okay, so this is my demo project and this is demo project 1, both are different projects. So in order to use the methods properties of this demo project into demo project 1, I should add the references. Okay, and how I can get the references? Let me compile this. Okay, so if I don't compile, the particular exe file will not get created and I'll not be able to access add the reference. Okay, so for compiling, what I need to do is I just need to create the I'm just calling all the methods. Okay, so I have called all the methods. Okay, and let me execute this now. I think I need to change the entry point. Okay, no worries, it is working. So you can see it has printed all the messages: public, protected, private, internal, and protected internal, because I tried it within the same class. Okay, now where I can see the reference for this program.cs got created. If I right click on demo project and if I click on open folder, okay, so just go to the bin folder, debug, and here you will see .exe application got created for this demo project. We need to add this reference in order to use into this particular project. Okay, so I'll just minimize this demo project now because we will be working on demo project 1. Okay, and if you just expand this references, just right click, add reference, and here browse. Let me get this location. I'll browse, and I'll add this demo project.exe. Fine, so what will happen? It will get all the I'll be able to get all the methods from this particular project. Okay, so let me close, I'll get confused otherwise. Now I will open this program.cs, okay, from my demo project 1. Okay, and now what I need to use, I need to use the using what is my demo project, right, because I need to import this particular namespace, particular project. Okay, so here what I'll do is now I will create Okay, let me rename this program over here. So that it will not get confused. Okay, now what I'm going to do is program. Can we access like this? Let us see. Program is inaccessible due to its protection level. Okay, so let us see what was the protection level for this particular program. It was, see, for a class program we didn't specify any protection level, right? So by default it will be internal, so it will not be able to accessible, right? Because what I said is, if it is internal it will be accessible only within the project. So what I will do is, now I will make this class as public. Okay, I will make this class as a public and I'll execute this again. Okay, it's executed and it will create the dependency for me, and I should have the same reference. Okay, I'm getting it from the same location, so I need not to worry, I suppose. Okay, now let me close this and let us see. Now that error is gone because it wasn't set to public. If it is not set to public, if nothing is specified, that means it is internal, which is the default, and that means it is applicable to only within a project. Okay, now if I do p dot, okay, what and all you can see, you can see just a public method. Okay, you can just see the public method. That means your internal is not applicable over here, right? It is not applicable. That's what I wanted to show you, right? Internal is accessible only within the project, so that this is also confirmed. Okay, so outside the project what we can access? Only public. Okay, now let us try one more thing. If I extend program here, if I inherit the properties of program from demo project to class program from demo project 1, okay, then in that case let us see what happen if I create the object of my child class. Okay, which is my child class? Child class is prog, right? The class where I am currently working on. Okay, that is my child class, and this program is my base class or a parent class whose properties I want to get into the child class. Okay, so now if I try p dot, okay, can you see what and all I am getting? I am getting public. Anyway, public can be accessible to anyone, and now I am getting protected and protected internal. Okay, so these two methods I can able to see, right? What this mean is, these protected methods are applicable to child member in other projects as well, right? So this demo project 1 is different, whereas the program is present in demo project. Like both projects are different, and now you can see, you are able to access the method which are protected and protected internal through, like in other projects as well, through inheritance, right? Through inheritance to the child class. Okay, so that's what. If it is protected internal, then it can be accessible if it supports protected or it supports internal, either or. Okay, if any of the work, then it will work. Okay, so that's all. Public will work anywhere, private will be accessible only within the class, protected will be accessible to the child class irrespective whether it is in the same project, different project. Nothing to worry. If it is inherited, if it's the child class, protected members will work. Internal will work only within the project. Internal methods will be accessible only within the project. Okay, that's what we noticed. And protected internal, it depends on both. If protected work, either protected work or internal work, in any of the situation, this protected internal will it will work. Okay, because in this situation, see, here you can see protected internal and protected, but you know internal is only within the project, and you know this is different project, right? So internal should not work in this case. But why this protected internal is working? Because protected is working. That's what I'm saying. In protected internal it will work either if either protected work or internal work, either or. So that's all about this access modifier. So this is something which you need to remember. See, two things we can remember: public can be accessed anywhere, private accessible only within the class, protected through inheritance, internal only within the project, and protected internal either or. It's pretty simple. Okay, so that's all for this video. Thank you.